Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. First carry for Nick Chubb. And he'll be tackled at about the 35.
Chubb, the Browns.
4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 35-yard line.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
Tackle made at the
today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Mayfield off the play fake. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
13.
Odell Beckham hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Browns have taken the early lead. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good.
Bengals, nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 26. First carry here for Joe Mixon. Space to maneuver at the 40. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 49-yard line. Burrow gets this one quickly out wide. Not much there, only a yard.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On 2nd down, here's Burrow. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl quarterback Denzel Ward. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line.
They'll take over.
The disaster there, I mean, you saw it coming. The pressure gets knocked down, the interception.
Sometimes the best throw you make is the one you
don't make.
Exactly. Take care of the football. He'll also learn how to shrug his shoulders, take the proper slide steps to alleviate some of the pressure. But occasionally, like the one we just saw, sometimes just hold on to the football and take the hit.
Escaping the pressure right.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark.
And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
DJ Chark, first-time Pro Bowler, the intended receiver.
And it's second down. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
The tackle by Logan Wilson. It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's third down.
On third down, Mayfield steps away to his left. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Jesse Bates. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. A quick throw now complete to Ross. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. And zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
On 2nd down, Burrow. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. It'll be a gain of 11, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
Okay, it's time for me to break out my thesaurus for that one. And I don't have anything. That was amazing. One-handed in this weather. I mean, you know the ball's got to be slick. But be able to catch it and come down with it. What do they call that? The process of the catch? He completed it all the way through.
A gain of 5. 1st down, Cincinnati.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
10 at the 49-yard line.
Back to Mixon on 1st down. And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
The ball carrier.
Larry Ogunjobi there to make the tackle.
46-yard line.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl cornerback Denzel Ward. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their 38. Following the interception, Mayfield. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. The 1st down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. It's caught by OBJ. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
2 yards, and it's 3rd down.
And with a play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. A run for Nick Chubb, and he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now.
A gain of 4 yards. It's now 4th down.
On 4th down, they snap it to Mayfield. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Give him 14 on the play. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
At the end of the first quarter, with the score Browns 7, Bengals nothing.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. 2nd down and 8.
39-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Mayfield to throw it. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland.
To Odell
Beckham with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
Aldrick Rosas lining up for the extra point.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count.
14.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now 14-0. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
5-yard line. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. It's a pickup of 12. 2nd play in a row with a 12-yard gain.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He finds his running back, Mixon. And he takes this way down, deep into Cleveland territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 42 yards. First chance in the red zone for the Bengals now. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. A quick throw by Burrow is complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. John Ross, his
his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals have got it back to a one-score game. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Browns 14, Bengals 7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
The ground, it's Chubb. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
3-yard pickup, and it's 3rd down.
They go play action. Mayfield, he'll let it go deep for Beckham. That's caught inside the 20.
Don't worry about it, baby.
And
I ain't worried
all
about
the
it.
way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Complete to number 13.
Odell Beckham on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Browns add on to their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
That's a gain of 6.
I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A Bengal first down on a 16-yard pickup there.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. He's got Green. 20, 10.
They should have put a stamp on me in the locker room.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Lite slow-mo för
Green, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals able to get this back within a touchdown. And his kick is right through.
Makes the score Browns 21, Bengals 14.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
Very short kick taken right at the 20. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Come on, man. Hike the ball.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb.
I'm trying to hike the ball 6 seconds ago, man.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Now it's 2nd and 9. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield flushed out right. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Like, why is my...
Out to the left and complete. And he'll take this.
I'm playing cover flash and shit, bro. Come on, bro.
John Ross with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. They'll look good on the extra point. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Wow.
And a flag comes
in
as that one falls
stupid,
incomplete.
bro.
Well, let's see who this is on. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
What the fuck? Come on, man.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
That shit is
6
retarded.
yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
I'm not sending his ass out no more. He gonna be standing right there, bro. I don't got time for all
Play
that
action
bullshit,
now.
bro.
Here's Mayfield. They'll roll him out right. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. Mayfield looks to throw. Forced out to his left. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Final play of the half, Mayfield. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Gotta wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan showing you.
Second and 11. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Got a man open, it's Ross. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play there for the Bengals. 52 yards.
First and 10.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Now Burrow to throw on second down.
Get off the block.
Open man is Ross, complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 17-yard line. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10. From the red zone now, here's Burrow first down. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. No gain on the screen there. It's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
What?
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw.
And this is going to be incomplete. Burrow trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half, but I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
Well, they don't get a touchdown here in the opening drive of the third quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
Richie James on the return. The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
7 on the play. 1st down, Browns.
Mayfield now from the 50. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
A gain of 9.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They give the Chubb out of the gun, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
Back at the 44-yard line.
Now Mayfield. He finds Beckham complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 31-yard line. First down, Cleveland, Mayfield to Beckham.
And the Browns' first
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Mayfield. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
And it's 3rd down.
What the fuck, man?
And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
They need to hurry and pass that shit, man.
Track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's
Ain't no way in hell I throw no
defense?
bullshit like that.
Yeah, no
That's
doubt
stupid,
about it. That's
man.
when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time. And
That's
he's gonna
crazy,
go
man.
down.
That cost
Sheldon
niggas games,
Richardson
man.
Forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. That's complete.
That cost niggas games, bro.
This one will go to the 28-yard line. He's having a nice game through the air. His decision-making's been really good. Solid there again. Just seeing nothing downfield goes underneath. Nice game.
How about the patience? Because when you're having a big game through the air, you're looking for those chunk plays, those big ones downfield. Instead, as you noted, takes the check down, dumps it off, gains good yardage anyway. Really well executed.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now it's Burrow. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And they work.
Why is my corner blitzing?
The 45. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. First down. Here's Burrow on the screen. Bernard. And he is going to lose yardage here. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down,
why are they blitzing, bro?
I think in this situation, you're throwing it into...
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Tyler Boyd, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals add on to their lead.
Randy Bullock lining
They have to love seeing that from their young quarterback here in the 4th quarter, able to further that lead.
They scored motherfucking 45 minutes of points, man.
And you know what I mean by that? I had an old coach used to say all the time, hey, when we have a lead late, don't just tuck in and try and ride it out. Go out and play and extend the lead. And that's what he did.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle right twice for the encore. You know.
The Browns drive about to get started. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24.
2 yards on the pick.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
They run it again with Chubb. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
They run. Chubb. Into the secondary again. And down right around the 37. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Beckham now. It's a jet sweep.
Why he fell down, bro? I don't understand.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Gain of 13 yards. And the Browns 1st down.
Like, what the fuck, bro?
Clock running under 4
I'm scared of motherfucking throw the ball now. Let's go throw the tight end, bro. That shit retarded.
Three yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. 2nd and 7 from the 20.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 20-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Being chased out left.
And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Kareem Hunt, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns are back within a score. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
And the man out of the backfield gets in for the score.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. He'll hand it off here. This is Mixon. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Darren Lee picks it. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Working with a 2nd and 3. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he gets it down to the 32. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
At the 30-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Mayfield. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down.
Yeah, you could tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Now Chubb. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They run again on 1st down. Chubb. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 13. And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. On the carry, it's Chubb. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. 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 I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, it could come back at you a long way.
And they will watch this one land in the end zone. That'll be a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season.
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
They'll run with Chubb. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
At the 3-yard line.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll give it to Chubb. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Short of the goal line.
Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game, it's been a frustrating one for you.
And we'll see if they go back to base.
2nd and 10.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Intended for John Ross. Incomplete. He was covered by Denzel Ward.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. A final shot now for Burrow. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they?